I posted on Instagram that you're only ever one decision away from a breakthrough. And it's really true, right? So think about that one thing in your life that you've been putting off for maybe weeks or even months, maybe even years, that you've been so scared or terrified and just making up a story in your mind about how awful it's going to be. So you've been putting it off and putting it off, knowing that if you just took action on it, everything could potentially change for the better. So let's think about this, right? There are so many different scenarios in how this could play out. And one decision can change everything. It can change your life. It can change the life of your family, the people around you, your lifestyle, where you live, your job. I mean, it is endless, right? So let's think about how one decision can change your work, for instance. Maybe you've got a new project coming up at work and you want to take lead on it, but you've never been that lead person. You've always been part of the team, but not the lead. So one decision to go and ask your boss to be the lead could change everything. It could change the scope of your job. It could change the way you interact with your colleagues. You could get promoted just by asking that one question. Can I take lead or can I take charge on the project that's coming up next month or whenever, right? The other thing you could do is ask for a pay rise, right? So many of us just stay stuck in our normal rate for years, or we get like that little teeny tiny 2% increase every year that doesn't even change anything, doesn't even touch the sides, right? Asking for a pay rise is easy when you can back it up. And I know that you've got tons of different accomplishments that you could present to your boss, but it's having the courage and making that decision to have that conversation that could once again change everything for you. Or maybe you want to quit. Maybe you want to quit your job altogether and start your own business, for instance, right? Imagine how exciting and exhilarating that would be. And if you are in business or new to business, maybe your one decision for your next breakthrough is to send your first email to maybe your 5 email subscribers that you have on your list, right? That takes serious courage. It's scary for the first time. So that's a couple of ideas related to work and business that could change the entire playing field for you. So let's say you're a parent. You could be putting off a really difficult discussion or a conversation that you want to have with your kids, right? But you know it could change everything if you sit them down and just suck it up and go through it. Or maybe you want to implement, say, phone-free zones or phone-free times at home so that your family can get together and spend quality time together. Imagine that, right? I just went away for the weekend to a cabin that had no electricity and no cell service. And for 48 hours, I was completely unplugged from the world. And I felt a level of relaxation and connectivity to nature and connectivity to my partner that I hadn't felt in months, if not longer. Don't tell anyone, right? Because I'm constantly on my phone, constantly doing all sorts of things with my business that I forget to be present sometimes. So just having that conversation maybe with your kids to have phone-free zones or times is a huge game changer. And so let's say maybe you're in a relationship with an intimate partner. One decision could be telling them that you love them, right? Imagine how game-changing that decision could be. Or it could be telling them that you're pregnant. Crazy, right? That would change everything in so many different ways. Or maybe it's even just telling your partner that, you're done with your job and you want to change careers. That's a difficult conversation to have, but it's a game changer. So I want you to think about what's that one decision that you need to make that you've been putting off for days or weeks or months, maybe even years, that you need to do in order to have a significant weight lifted off your shoulders and to see the positive changes and the positive consequences of being courageous and being bold and stepping through that fear and taking the appropriate action. So I want you to think about what it is for you and take action and do it within the next 24 hours. the only way you're going to see positive change in your life is by taking the appropriate action. So leave me a comment below and tell me what was that one decision that you made that changed things in your life, and tell me all about it. I'd love to connect with you and go into a deep conversation with you. So let me know below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.